thought I would go first, but I end up being one at the end, so bear with me, and I have to go after Tom, which is kind of a hard act to follow. Like Vincent, I also wrote a letter to my dad. Dear Dad, I never have been much of a letter writer. I realize that this is just the third letter I have written to you. It was almost 20 years ago, at my wedding, that I wrote my first letter to you and Mom, expressing my love and appreciation. The second letter I wrote to you was 6 years ago, when you were diagnosed with lung cancer. Stuart, our kids, and I each got to share our letter with you at our Christmas gathering. My letter told you how much I loved you and to offer you hope. This final letter I've written to you is about love and admiration. I know how much you love me. I know you know how much I love you, but I never told you how much I admire who you are. Dad, you always had a great sense of humor. We're fortunate because Tom is just like you in this way. At every family gathering, it never fails that you make us laugh. You would always get around with anyone, from the servers at the restaurant to even your doctors. You would win people's hearts over with laughter. Tom told Dr. Krista about your passing, and this is what she said about you, that you were a remarkable man who fought with courage and dignity, and the staff at City of Hope were all very attached to you. Those appointments were intense, but you always eased our anxiety with laughter, and after each appointment, you made sure we went out to eat. I admired you for your dedication to provide for your family. Raising and providing for 4 kids is not an easy task. You never missed a day of work, and at any time you got the opportunity to work overtime or over the weekend, you did it so that you can provide for your family. Benson's like this, just like you. He works hard also to provide for his family. You made sacrifices so that you can give your children a better life. We grew up having everything we needed because you always made sure of that. You faithfully demonstrated your dedication and love also to our extended family. With your youngest brother passing unexpectedly last summer, you took over the task of making sure all the plans were taken care of. In recent months, with Grandma's declining health and no longer able to care for herself, you made sure she was getting great care at the convalescent home. Your daily visits to bring her food and spending time with her, despite how you felt and your own health issues. You are selfless and always putting others first. Even at the last time I saw you, on Thursday night at the hospital, you knew I was going out of town with Bethany for soccer the next day. I asked if you needed anything, and you said no, and told me not to worry, and have fun, and that we will see each other on Sunday when I get back. But I think you knew that you didn't have much time left, and still you didn't want to worry us or alter our plans. I admire you for your courage and positive outlook. Sam is very much like this when he came to your health. He often encouraged us to be strong and positive like you. I was so fearful and scared when we first found out about your cancer. At the doctor's office, he looked over to Mom, Tom, and I and said, "Don't worry, it will be okay." Never have we heard you complain about your side effects or pain that you got from the chemo or the radiation. You fought hard against your cancer despite the odds. You beat it, Dad. You really beat the odds. Your generosity and thoughtfulness, we could never get to pay the bill before you. You even outdid Stuart several times. Do you remember the time we took a trip to San Francisco and Anthony secretly tried to pay the bill and somehow you caught on? You both almost knocked over the partition in the restaurant fighting over the bill. And from that day on, we learned not to fight with you about anything, especially the bill. you always win. But it wasn't just money that you were generous with. You gave your time to help anyone, especially your children. Stuart and I would have never been able to manage our children's activities without your help as well as Mom. Even to these last few months, you helped us drive the kids around despite not feeling well. Any chance you got, you would spend it with your grandkids and kids. Dad, we shared many priceless memories, and I was so happy to have you at my wedding to walk me down the aisle. You looked a little sad that day, but I knew deep inside you were very happy for us. You did lose a daughter, but you gained a son who also loved and treasured you. You were always the first one at the hospital to greet our newest addition to our family. Those were some joyful memories. But on July 28, 2010, when I got the news that you and Mom accepted Christ into your hearts, I knew from that day on, despite how long your life was on earth, that you will be with Jesus eternally, and that I will see you someday in heaven. I love you, Dad, very much. There's a deep void in my heart, and I long to hear your voice. But you are with our Lord and Grandpa and your brother Andrew, and it brings me great comfort to know that I will one day see you again